Okay, I have one last problem to show you before we leave. It says here that 19.0775 decaliters of water will fit in here. So, it's our job to solve for the surface area and the volume. Take note, when we talk about decaliters of water, you know that's already volume, diba? How can we say that it's already volume? We can say that it's already volume because volume talks about capacity. Moreover, it talks about the liquefied units that will fit inside a solid figure. So we need to convert decaliters into cubic cm as a reference. But before that, we need to convert that to ml. And then from ml becomes cubic centimeters. So how many decaliters is worth equivalent to 1 milliliter? What's the relationship again? Let's see. So we have 1 decaliter of 10,000 ml. So 19.0755 decaliters, we just multiply 10,000. And multiplying that by 10,000 moves the decimal point 4 places to the right. And we should get how much ml? If your answer is 190,755 ml, you are correct. It's just that when you have 1 multiplied what gives you 10,000, and that's 10,000. And 10,000, the decimal point has to be moved 4 times. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So tama. It's 190,755 milliliters of water. But remember, we need to convert that to cubic units. So therefore, this has got to be 190,755 cubic cm. Okay? So that's our volume. So that's the volume of the hemisphere. It's 190,755 cubic centimeters. Now, remember, we need to solve for the volume. Remember, it says if we want to solve for the surface area, remember, let's look at the two formulas. Ano yung surface area ng hemisphere? Surface area is 4 pi r squared. Kaya lang, since it's divided into 2, remember that's a hemisphere, we have to divide it by 2. These cancel, so this becomes 2 pi r squared. But don't forget, we still have a supplementary circular base, which is plus pi r squared, which is 3 pi r squared as our big fat total. Tama? That is the surface area of a sphere, of a hemisphere. Now, for the volume, on the other hand, remember, pi times radius cubed times 4 over thirds, diba? And then all divide by 2. So tama. So now all we need to do is to get the radius first so that we can convert it and get for the surface area. Okay. So yun yung gagawin namin. Tsaka moreover, this just so happens that implies of algebra. So let's work this out in algebraic method. So we have 190,755. That is our answer. So since we're doing algebra, what's the first thing we need to do? Remember, we can apply ratio and proportion, diba? We can just do cross multiplication. So 190,755 times 2. This becomes 10, 110, 2 times 5, 15, 2 times 10, 15, and then 3, 38. Tama? I'm still unsure about the solution, but I'll check with the calculator to ensure if it makes sense. So our answer is 381,510. So therefore, our volume is worth pi r cubed times 4 over 3 equals, ano to? 381,510. Tama? Is there anything else we need to do? Yes. Now we need to do something else. We need to divide both sides by 4 over 3. Dividing both sides by 4 over 3 means the same thing. You want to know what does it mean? When you divide both sides by 4 over 3, ganito yung mangyayari. These will cancel, and then this one will go like this. So ganito yung mangyayari. So therefore, you have 3,800,510 divided by 4 over 3. Tama? Now, all you need to do is to apply reciprocal. So this becomes 381,510 over 1 times 3 divided by 4. So ganito yung proseso. And we can still simplify this into 1. 2, diba? Can we divide? Yes, we can. Let's see what answer did we get. Yan. So it's divisible by 2. Now this one is 2, this one is 1. So now it's multiplied by 3 divided by 2. So when we multiply this by 3, ano yung kinuha namin? 15, 16, 22, 57. 57, 2, 2, 6, 2, 5. And then from there we divide, di ba? Divide by 2. We should get 20, 28, 56, 122, 122. Half of 122 is, ano to? 46, tama? No, 60 something. 61. So 122. And then 65. That's worth, ano yun? 32.5. So yun nga. So therefore, it becomes, ano to? Volume equals pi times radius cubed equals, ano to? 2861325. Tama? Now, what's next? Volume is equivalent to pi r cubed. Diba? Ganito siya. Next, we need to divide both sides by pi. Here's how we do it. You know pi is approximately 3.14. So, gagawin namin to. Diba? 3.14 is equivalent to, divide by, is 2861325. Shift the decimal point 2 places to the right. And we should get this one, right? Diba remember, if you have decimal multiplication or division, ganito yung mangyayari. So, shift the decimal place 2 places. 1, 2. Like this. Wait. 1, 2. So, cross out na the 0. Okay? So, yeah, now we can already apply the multiplication table of pi. So, we know that this is 9. 9 times 3.14 is 28.26, diba? And then 11 minus 6 is 5. And then 5 minus 2 is 3. 353, that's 1. 1 times 4, 3.14. And then 13 minus 4 is 9. And then 4 minus 1 is 3. 1 again, 3.14. And then this becomes 1. 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. 785. So 2. 6 to 8, diba? 6 to 8. And then 0. This becomes 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. And then 1,570. So therefore, yun nga. 91,125. So the volume of r cubed is 91,125. Now we just have to take the cube root of that value. We have this answer in our calculator. Unless you have the cube root function that says direct to the point or says any number, kung wala ka, ganito yung gagawin mo. You raise it to the exponent, like click exponent to random variable, and then say 1 divided by 3. Because when you have a fraction, when you have an exponential notation that's written as a fraction, it's like taking the root of that number. So therefore, it's going to be 45. So therefore, when we take the cube root of that number, that's 45. So therefore, r is worth 45. So therefore, the radius measures 45. What's your unit? If it's cubic cm, therefore, it's still centimeters. So the radius is 45 cm. Alright? So yun na yung radius namin. Our radius measures 45 cm. Okay? But wait, we're still not yet done. Because remember, that's still not yet the answer. But if we want to check, ganito yung mangyayari. So therefore, it's 3.14 times 45 raised to the third power times 4 divided by 3 divided by 2. Yan, we should get the answer of 190,755. Okay? Now, we're asked to get the surface area. And to get the surface area, what's the formula? 3 pi r squared. So you already know what to do. So it's 3.14 times 45 squared. Diba 45 squared? We know the multiplication, diba? 45 times 45, this becomes 25. Add 1, 5 times 4, 20.2025. And then 3.14 times 2025. Since we multiply our multiplication table of pi, therefore we have no problem. Okay? Now we add up all the following. 15, 8, 15, 3, 6. Okay? Then, decimal point. Where should we put it? Dito. Now, we have to multiply it by 3. Because remember, that's pi r squared, right? Now, we have to multiply it by 3. So, 15, 25, 17, 10, 19. Teka, was that the same answer that we got before? Was that the same answer that we got before? 19,075.5 centimeters squared. Ano? Let's see with the calculator. So we remember we have 3 times 3.14 times 45 squared. So tama. It's the right answer. Although it's just like the same answer which we got in our volume eh. But anyways, that's how it is, okay? Now let's say we're asked to convert that to square. Diba remember our units is in square cm. If that were in square decimeters, you know 1 deci is equivalent to 10 cm. But since it's squared, you'll have to distribute that. So therefore, 1 deci square is equivalent to 100 cm squared. So therefore, yung itong value na yan, you'll have to move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So therefore, the surface area of the sphere in decimeters is going to be 190.755 deci squared. And there we have it. Now we have our answer.